What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Ambitiously the podcast. Let me tell y'all, it's a couple of things we're gonna go through tonight. First of all, I am so upset that I had to let go of verses tonight. First, it was two of my favorite artists. I love Brandy. I love Monica. This was supposed to be a quick joint, real quick. But listen, Brandy and Monica tonight, y'all, they killing it. And the only reason why I stopped is because I love y'all so much and I don't want to leave y'all hanging. But when I say they are two of my favorite artists, I was born in 1979. So you know my teenage years was filled with Monica and Brandy. And there are a lot of songs that I shared on my Facebook page tonight that hit home right now. You feel me? And I didn't even go through the whole list, and I didn't even get to watch all the verses. I'm gonna have to go back and check it out. Excuse my hair because I got caught in the rain. Me and my baby were out here looking for a new spot for us today. So yeah, we got caught in the rain and my hair is just shit. But before we get started, it's a few things that I need to cover before we get started. So before we get started, of course, we always gonna show love to Funky Avenue Productions for this beautiful theme music that we play in the beginning of this podcast. Thank you so much for the theme music. We got mad love for y'all over there. Oh my goodness. Of course, you know. Listen, Monica and Brandy threw me off. Of course, you know you're tuned into Ambitiously the podcast. We here. You can check us out on if you missed this podcast because you listening to Brandy and Monica right now, because I know a lot of you are. I don't even care about the views tonight. I'm so angry that I can't finish it, but it's all good. But if you listening to Monica and Brandy, you can check the show out tonight, later on when you finish. It'll be up soon. iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Audio, and so many more. You know what I mean? Check us out. We here. I'm so mad I had to leave. You want to donate to the show? $, capital LURLUCIDITY. Again, capital LURLUCIDITY. Listen, y'all don't know what my 90s was like. It was beautiful. If you want to get a visual of the show, you can go to YouTube or Facebook, my Facebook page, Ambitiously the podcast, or YouTube Ambitiously the podcast, and check us out. If you want to be on the show, email us at ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Again, that is ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. There are a few more banners that I will share in the show, but I'm not going to do it tonight. Y'all didn't even get to hear the theme song that long because I was so caught up in Brandy and Monica. Hold on. This theme song is lit. And all right, I'm going to cut that off. All right, we got a lot to talk about tonight, y'all. I just had to play that real quick. We have a lot on our agenda tonight. It's a few things. Well, last week, because of some unfortunate situations, partially my fault. And I'm all about accountability. So I'm not going to not take responsibility for the situation. I played a part. I'm putting my hand in a ponytail, y'all, because the rain killed me today. And listen, I'm a big puffball, so don't mind my ponytail. But anyway, listen, we got caught in the rain. It was crazy. But natural hair girls don't care, so it is what it is. So last week we didn't go live on Monday. We didn't go live because I had some personal issues that I was dealing with, and like mentally I wasn't ready to do this. But I'm back and I'm ready and I'm motivated and I'm pumped, and it is what it is. So the first thing I want to talk about is Chadwick Boseman. We want to send a special a special shout out to him. May he rest in heaven, because I know that's where he went at, y'all. Like, this dude has made it so dynamic for little black kids everywhere. Y'all have no understanding. It made little black kids everywhere feel like it's okay to be a superhero. And he gave these little kids so much hope. So we want to shout him out first. Like, we're going to give a moment of silence. Amen. So that was the first thing that I wanted to do. So what you need to know about Chad is this. He was diagnosed in 2016 with colon cancer. So all of that time that we've been watching this man work, and he's played a lot of great roles. He played, oh my goodness, he played Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, and then, well, I don't know, I'm not saying it in the order in which he did it, but these are roles that he played. And Black Panther. And for us as the African American community, that was just so much for us, because we never had, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm putting my hand in ponytail because I got rain looking for apartments. But what was so monumental about this young man is he gave little black children hope. You feel me? Like, he gave them something, the other children have so many superheroes, and it's rare for us as African American children. This is why I'm wearing black today. See my black. But he gave African American children hope. They could have their own superhero. And so Stan Lee did it, really, but if you're into comic books, many are not. But him playing that role was so monumental and pivotal to the African American community. You don't know how many people. I watched so many interviews, and this is when Black Panther first hit the scene, the movie, not the comic book, because the comic book been around for years. But when the movie finally aired, it gave so much hope, and so we just want to take the time. I appreciate this young man so much. I appreciated this man for many, many years. If you don't know, he is a graduate of Howard University. So that's a fun fact about Chad. We're going to miss you, brother, and we appreciate all of your hard work and all of your efforts. And we appreciate your kind words that you said to, all of those in the African American community. And we just appreciate you so much. You are not, you might have left this earth, but you are still with us. So we appreciate you so much. So I wanted to cover that. They played Black Panther. I believe it was NBC the other last night, and they aired no commercials, and I couldn't even watch it because I knew I was going to cry, so I didn't even watch it. And as much as I loved the movie Black Panther, I couldn't watch it because I knew it was going to make me sad. So Chad, you will be missed, baby, but you still here. Wakanda forever, my brother. All right, so now we're gonna move in, and I'm still mad because I can't watch Brandy and Monica. I told y'all in the 90s, these was two of my favorite female artists. They were both my age. I related. Like, man, I'm so mad I had to leave. But anyway, so we're gonna talk about something tonight, and we're gonna talk about it tonight because it's very vital to our community. We gotta address all of these things. We have to address it all. You feel me? So, Lori Loughlin. If you don't know who Lori Loughlin is, maybe you remember Full House. I remember Full House. That's my era. I was young, and I really couldn't go too many places because Mom Dukes and Pops was not having it. So Lori Loughlin, she played Aunt Becky on Full House. You remember you had DJ, you had Danny, you had Uncle Jesse, you had Uncle Joey, you had Michelle, you had Stephanie, and then you had Kimmy from next door. Well, Lori Loughlin played Aunt Becky. So back in 2019, along with 16 other parents, she was charged with federal program bribery. She paid $500,000 to get her daughter into the University of the University of Southern California. Also, was Felicity Huffman was a part of that, and she came from Housewives series. We don't really care because we don't really like them anymore. I don't watch that kind of stuff, but She had pled guilty earlier in the case to fraud and only served 2 weeks for giving up a 15,000 bribe in order to change her daughter's SAT scores. But rumor has it that Lori decided that she wanted to hold out and go take it to court. And if you watch any of the footage, if you're up on this, then she was out there shaking hands and signing autographs and all of that. And I can't imagine what she signed. What did she sign? Aunt Becky? Like she's not that famous. I don't know why she signed, but who knows who wanted her autograph. So back in May, a federal judge refused to dismiss the charges against Lori and her husband. Her husband is Massimo Galliano. He's a fashion designer. But what wound up happening is that they allowed their daughter to stay in the school while all of this was going on. And the crazy part about that, y'all, they went through all of that. They paid all of that money to get their daughter in the University of Southern California. And guess what she did? She dropped out anyway, because guess what she wanted to be? A YouTuber. Right? So she dropped out anyway. So now you done went through all of these crazy situations and your daughter drops out anyway. So as of last month, she's pled guilty to a college with her husband. So they both pled guilty. She was given 2 months in prison, which could, we all know, if you from the hood, good behavior will lessen your time. She's ordered to pay $150,000 in fines, and then also she's ordered to do 100 hours of community service. Right now, on the other hand, her husband got 5 months and he must pay $250,000 in fines, and he has to do 250 hours in community service. Now, what I don't understand is why he got more time. I feel like it should have been split down the middle. I do. Because they both the parents of this child who wants to be a YouTube star. They're both parents of the child, and they both equally. But maybe he was like, "That's my wife. I don't want to see her in prison, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the bulk of the charges." But here's the thing, and I'm gonna always come back to Black because Black is beautiful, baby. So there's a young lady, and I'm gonna pull her picture real quick. I need y'all to understand my plight. I didn't even pull Lori because I don't even feel at this point I should be giving them the kind of screen time that I'm about to give these few people that I'm about to give. But Lori, get the hell out of here, Lori. Aunt Becky. So hold on, let me pull this up real quick for y'all. But this story is important because there's another story behind it, and it happened the same freaking year. Hold on, let me pull it out before I start talking about it, because I don't want to talk about it before we have a full understanding of what it is, and why I feel the way that I do right now. Let's go here. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Hold on, we just put it here, and we'll see what it do. This story is monumental and pivotal because of a couple of things. And I'm sorry, y'all, I had to pull y'all up in Paint, but I like to use different apps. My apologies for the work that I do, because if you know me, then you know that I'm a marketing consultant as well. So, oh no, that's not what I wanted. Okay, there we go. I'm a marketing consultant as well. So we're going to pull this picture up of this young lady right here. And I'm going to tell you why she is most important. And sorry for the graphics in the background, but I didn't have time to think about nothing. I've been outside all day. This young lady right here, her name is Tanya McDowell. And some of you may remember this case. Some of you may not remember this case. But this young lady right here, herself and her son were homeless. They were living in the van. So she used the babysitter's address so that she could get her son into a decent school. I feel that I would have probably done the same thing, because everything is about your child. But she wanted to get her son a better education, so she enrolled him in the elementary school in Norwalk. She used the babysitter's address to register her son. And during that time, she, she lied. We're not going to sugarcoat it like she didn't lie, but she then was arrested for first-degree larceny. Tanya was sentenced to 5 years in court, and she stated, "I have no regrets on seeking a better education for him. I do regret my participation in drug cases." She is also facing hold on, let's see what's up with the comments. But she is also facing okay, hold on. We got a comment. I'm not sure. I think it's because he made more money. Okay, thank you, Reese, because I didn't understand why both of their charges, like he got more than she did. It's her husband and it's both their children, but I didn't understand that. But anyway, so with Tanya, she was sentenced to 5 years, and like I said she had no regrets in her in trying to get her son a better education. She does, on the other hand, regret her participation in the drug case because she is facing drug charges right now. But both Lori and Tanya cases began in 2019. This is an obvious case of privilege. This is one of those blatant cases of privilege, and it's crazy. So this white woman pays all this money to get her daughter into college, who doesn't really want to go to college in the first place. And then this black woman this black woman right here that we looking at right here, she goes to prison for 5 years for taking her son and enrolling him in a school that she felt was, like good for him. So I just felt like this was my producer too, we felt like this was a very important subject to discuss because we had a production meeting and we talked about it. And it was a blatant case of privilege. So Lori, because she was Aunt Becky, she don't go to, come on, yo. This lady, all she wanted was for her son to get a better education than the one that he was going to get anyway. And you lock her up, but then you take Lori and she'll be out in no time. And it's not fair, but I'm not going to go into my righteousness tonight because I have another story to talk about. And this is a story within our own community. I've been talking about it for weeks. Give me a second. I'm going to pull up this picture real quick. We've been talking about it for weeks. It's like nothing new. Hold on. Let me get it. Give me 1 second, y'all. Work with me. But we've been talking about this story for a while now because we've been waiting for the details to come out about this story. I spoke about it before. I'm sorry. Excuse me, y'all. I'm still not right about the Brandy and Monica situation. I'm still hurt. So forgive me because I didn't want to leave, but I had to leave because I love y'all too much to be playing. Now, my producer sent me a picture. I'm not going to share that picture because for me, I am very queasy on the stomach. I can't deal with certain things. So I'm going to just show this picture instead, right? Hold on. Because that picture had me like I can't. Why would you even put that on the internet? That's my first thought. But I can't show that picture, and I'm waiting for the picture. All right, there we go. I was waiting for the picture to come out. I cannot. Y'all don't have no understanding about how my stomach does not. It's certain movies that I won't watch. If they're too realistic, I won't watch them because my stomach is queasy. So, oh my gosh, really? I'm gonna keep going anyway. But the point is, this picture that she sent me was very gory, and I hope that I'm still recording, even though the video just, come on, YouTube and freaking Facebook, please, because I want everybody to see this. Hold on, I'm gonna wait a little second before I go all the way into my bullshit. But I can't do the gory. I can't do. I can't. I just can't. All right, we back. So I can't do the gory, y'all. I'm trying to clear it up so we can get in there because it's really, really ugly right now. Hold on. But we're going to talk about Meg and Tori real quick. So if you don't know, you're about to know. Recently, Meg went live and she talked about the situation, which is what we all were waiting for. And I don't think that she understands why we were waiting for it. I like me personally, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you why I was waiting for it because I didn't know the details of what happened because let them tell it. Um, let them tell it like they was still at Kylie's house, and he did it in Kylie driveway and all of that. So Meg came through and she gave us so many details. But I'm gonna read this while it's we getting it together. So all right, we good. I'm gonna put her up on the screen real quick. But so she posted a picture recently of her foot after the incident. Again, I don't do gory, so I'm not showing that on my channel. But she should listen. I saw the picture. Like he put a whole dent in that girl foot, right? So I'm gonna just show this real quick. Sorry for whatever y'all see, but I'm gonna show it real quick because I need them two to be on the screen while I talk about this. So she recently showed a picture of her foot, and to be honest, I was like, "Sheesh!" Like it was too much for me. So she was shot a month ago. When you get shot, it's a long healing process. It's not easy. It is what it is. But she posted a video stating that for a fact that Tory shot her. But now here's the thing. I'm gonna wait till I read all of the facts and then I'll get back to being a devil's advocate. So she said she was still protecting him by not naming him because the police are still out here killing our black men, which is a fact. They are. And I'll get back to it in a minute. She did this after the pressure from people to admit that he did it. Now these same people are calling her a snitch, which is ridiculous, right? Like it's ridiculous. This goes back into the whole protecting our black women post that she talked about when they first came about. Megan has gotten support from fellow celebrities. I'm sorry. I'm gonna drink my tea in a minute. Like Halle Berry and Michael B. Jordan. My sister loves him. This case is still being investigated as of now. Tory Lanez is out on bail and for gun possession, and he has not been charged for the shooting of Megan. Now, I heard that not too long ago that they didn't have enough evidence. Hold on, let me take this down because this is distracting me. But I did hear that they didn't have enough evidence, and that's why they wouldn't charge him in the shooting of her. But they are, from my understanding, going to get him on the gun charge. And what's going to happen is they're going to deport him to Canada, and he's going to be denied access to the United States. But like, what is that really doing? You feel me? All right, you send him back to Canada. He's still living his best life. He can live his best life in Canada and still have a fan base. I recently heard a freestyle from Tory, and it was so eerie because in the freestyle he was talking about popping bitches. You feel me? He had the popping bitches shit on. So it's ironic. But what I will say, and I'm gonna go back so I can remember what my point was before I wanted to go into. First, I'm not sharing that picture. That picture was hideous. As far as protecting our black men, we as black women, we do that. We have a tendency to do that. It's like a lot of situations. I've even done it myself. So I'm not going to judge Meg for that because I've done it. We know what they do to y'all. So I think the point is because we know what they do to y'all, hold us down a little bit more because we protect y'all. We don't want y'all in prison. We don't want want them killing y'all. Like, hold us a little bit higher on a pedestal. Because them other motherfuckers that y'all out here chasing, they not holding y'all to that. They're using y'all and y'all dumb as shit for letting them. And as far as that snitch thing, I need people to understand what a snitch is. A snitch. Hold on, I need to pull the mic close. A snitch is somebody who's indulging in criminal activity with their codees or friends, or the way they like to say it, gangs, or whatever they want to call it. They out here committing crimes with their friends, right? And then everybody get locked up, and that person tells on everybody. That's a snitch. I don't consider Meg a snitch because she didn't do anything. Like, okay, they was having an argument. Now I'm gonna get into the details. They was having an argument about whatever happened. I don't know what happened. I'm not gonna get into that. But from what she said, from her testimony, she was done arguing. She got out the car. I don't think he intentionally shot her. Let's deal with that first. He did shoot her, but I don't think it was intentional. I think he was probably trying to scare her real quick because dudes do that. And especially when you're a tall chick. Shout out to the tall chicks. But I think that he was trying to scare her real quick. And in doing that, he shot at the ground and the bullets ricocheted off the ground into her feet. Because she had a gunshot in one foot. They had to pull a bullet out of that. And then she had fragments in the other foot. So he shot at the ground and the bullets caught her. Now, here's the thing. Tori. I'm going to put my hand in a ponytail for this one, my nigga. You're a whore. What kind of man, even if you were mad because she, you know what I mean, she started wilding you out, I don't care what she was. Like, nigga, like you had to shoot her. I understand you little. I understand you tiny. But you had to shoot her, like you had to shoot at her. I don't believe he shot her intentionally. I believe that he shot at the ground trying to scare her and the bullets ricochet. Niggas do dumb shit every day. But you had to, what was that? What was that going to do? I'm sorry about my hair, y'all. I got rained on looking at the promise. But what was that going to do, Tori? You shooting at the ground, you thought she was going to get back in the car. Like, no, Tori, please. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm going to be with you. No, my nigga, that's not how that worked. So you shot her. And that's just what it is. You shot her. You shot her, maybe not intentionally, but you shot the girl. And that's what it is. And you're a whole whore. You're a whole bitch for that. I bet you won't do that. And I did hear some rumors about how you carry it with the other dudes. I mean, with the dudes. You don't carry it that way with the chicks, but you carry it that way with the dudes. With the chicks, you like wholeheartedly gangster. But with the dudes, I heard you bitch up, Tori. So I'm going to need you to stop playing. I swear, I hope you get what you deserve because that's some bitch assness right there. So we're going to keep it moving. I had to go in inventory real quick. I've been waiting. Y'all, I've been waiting for this. Like, I've been waiting like for all of it to keep playing out because I knew it was. Like, I knew it was going to play out. I knew it was. So I've been waiting for that for a minute. So we're going to move on to somebody I hate talking about because I don't endorse this man. I feel like this man does not care about us. I feel like this man is persecuting all that are not Caucasian. I do. But this is a fact. And like this story came out. I listened to the audio myself. I'm taking it. My producer did too as well. But I listened. I actually took the time before we even decided that this was going to be something that we were talking about. And I listened to the audio. And when I say Marianne Trump was digging in her brother's soul. Oh, Marianne was getting in her brother's soul. So again, the name Trump is synonymous. You know who she's related to. Marianne Trump is the sister to Donald Trump and a retired federal judge. Lately, she's been in the news for the recordings that her niece secretly recorded about the Donald. Mary also. Because, when I say Mary, it's Marianne and then there's Mary Trump. Marianne is Trump's sister. Mary is Trump's niece by his brother Fred. So Mary wrote a book and it's called Too Much and Never Enough. How My Family Created the World's Dangerous Man. And then some of the recordings that were released, Mary and his sister called her brother a liar and stated that he had no principles and calls him a clown. She also commented his sins by citing the death of, she talked about the death of their brother Fred, which is Mary's father, while addressing the opiate crisis. Also, I'm going to give y'all some insight of what I heard. She said he cheated his way into college. She had to help him get into college. She also said that when it came down to testing for college, he paid somebody to take the test for him, the entrance exams for him to get in college, which, look at him. We know that happened. I don't think that Mary or Marianne are lying. Like, I feel like this is the time where all the truth comes out. I feel like, look at the administration that he keeps. You feel me? Everybody on his administration is going to prison right now. Why is that? Because everybody in his administration was a fucking crook. Period. I forgot his name, but lately he one of the people in his administration got arrested. What is his name? I can't even think his name. But he got arrested. And when he got arrested, he was on a yacht. But what he got arrested for is basically he defrauded the United States of America and the whole Wallgate situation. I'm gonna call it Wallgate. The whole Wallgate. They were supposed to be building the wall, but instead of taking the funds that they were supposed to be building the wall with, they actually took those funds and deposited into their own pockets. So when they arrested him, he was on a yacht, and that's how you know, like, nigga, it's real. He was on a yacht. He was on a whole yacht. But anyway, so that's part of the new scandal that came up this week, and it was crazy. Now let's talk about Kanye real quick, and we're gonna talk about Kanye and Wisconsin because they go hand in hand. But I'm gonna talk about Kanye, and then we'll talk about Wisconsin real quick. So Kanye, he's running. Of course, we all know he's running for president. The crazy part was he was kept off of the Wisconsin ballot for state official after missing the deadline by less than 2 minutes. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. Steve, thank you, Reese. Oh my gosh, let me put this on here real quick. Reese done gave it to me. She done gave me all the tea. His name was Steve Bannon. Thank you. I couldn't remember his name, but I know I saw the headlines. I watched it. I watch the news every day. He was arrested on his yacht, y'all. Like the yacht that he paid with American tax dollars. But we ain't gonna go into that. But we're gonna jump back on. But thank you, Reese, for giving me his name because I could not think of his name to save my life. His name is Steve Bannon. Yes, he was arrested for lying about the wall. And then the dude, like the wall was so flimsy and bullcrap. Like you can cut through the wall with a power tool. That's how you know they were stealing the money. Because the wall that they built was not even a solid wall. Like anytime that on the other side of the border, they can take a power tool and cut through it, you know they were scamming, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and Reese gave me some more facts. Hold on, before I get to Kanye. She said he was charged with defrauding donors to build the wall campaign. Again, the fake wall that they not really building that you can cut through with a power tool. Like it's no bullshit. Like you can cut through that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so let's get back to Kanye. So Kanye was kept off of the Wisconsin ballot by state officials for missing the deadline by 2 minutes. They didn't want him on the ballot anyway. Nobody wants Kanye on the ballot. Why would you want Kanye on the ballot? Kanye can't even control his whole situation. He here, he there. He's bipolar. So nothing against people with bipolar disorder, but we did have a mental health situation, so we could talk about how erratic they can be. So, and you've seen it, and Kanye can't hide his face. He's smiling and he got straight face, right? So let's talk about going to war. Because of that, because his emotions are everywhere and he is so erratic, let's say we got to go to war and he having a moment. Kanye be like, no, we not going to war. We definitely going to war. We got to deal with that. Y'all liking this? No. So they didn't want Kanye on the ballot anyway. And we talking about Wisconsin. I don't know much about the state. I never lived in that state. But judging on the things that are happening, I don't even know how to pronounce. Is it Kenosha, Wisconsin? But we recently had an incident where a young man was shot 7 times in his back. And really, truth be told, he was just trying to help out. He was trying to break up a fight. And once he felt like the police had it under control, he went to get back in his car, but they felt like he was a threat, so they shot him 7 times in his back, and now he's paralyzed. And now there's a whole riot situation in Wisconsin. And now, on top of that, the police officers in Wisconsin are saying if people would have stayed in the house, if people wouldn't have been outside past curfew, that the little 17-year-old boy, I'm not going to give him his name is Kyle. I'm not giving him too much shot. Fuck him. If people had been in the house, Kyle wouldn't have shot the 2 young men that lost their lives, and he wouldn't have shot the one that was a survivor. Listen, what I need y'all to stop doing right now is thinking that y'all can do whatever y'all want to do to anybody, and they're not supposed to respond. That's real. I'm one of them people that you can't, like, I'm going to fight back. I am. You do something to me, That's why I know I would have probably, as a slave, I would have been dead. And my smart mouth daughter would have been dead too, because she got a smart mouth. That's why I know I couldn't have made it back then, because I'm one of them people that I'm not going to let you do what it is that you want to do to me. I refuse. You're not allowed. I don't care who you think you are or who you feel you are or whatever. Like, you just can't do what you want to do to me, and I'm not going to allow it. And I'll be all right. You feel me? But I'm not allowing that. If I don't do nothing to you, don't do nothing to me. You feel me? I don't care what I say. You can talk about me till your face fall blue, but you're not going to do what you want to do to me. Hold on. Let me see. All right. That was Reese telling me the information. But you can't do what you want to do to me. And garner those slave mentalities or, oh, because of this or because of this, I can do this. No, you can't. We are not standing for your bullshit no more. So cut it out. Cut it out. But yeah, that's why we already had the right. They didn't want Kanye on that ballot. They never wanted Kanye on that ballot. They knew what they was doing. Oh, he got 1, 2 minutes, and then we taking him off the ballot because they didn't want him on the ballot. Nobody wants Kanye on the ballot, y'all. So anyway, the next thing we're going to talk about, I can't talk about Kanye too much. He get on my nerves sometimes. I got a love-hate relationship with that dude. I really do. I love his music. I do. But him as a person, it's like, come on, yo. Like, sit the fuck down already. So we're going to talk about the Minneapolis, I hate saying Minneapolis, police officer Thomas Lane. So what is being reported? He did not check George Floyd's counterfeit 20 note before he fatally, before he killed him. I'm not even going to pretty this shit up. Before he killed him, he never checked to see if it was fake. So he just went by hearsay and then took a black man's life. They never checked to see if that shit was valid. They never checked to see if that man had a real fake 20 on him. And then on top of that, you think about it. He lost his life for a $20 bill that they said was fake. Yo, I had a conversation last night with a friend of mine. And my friend was like, yo, why they keep doing this to us? And I really don't have an answer for why they hate us so much. I really don't have an answer for why they do what they do to us. But what I can say, like the basis of it all is the color of our skin. That's the basis. That's what it is. That's a fact. And if you don't see it as that and you're African American, then you're a freaking fool, y'all. It's because we're black. And it is what it is. But now it's time for change. Now it's time to move differently. And if y'all don't want us here, you should have never brought us here in the first place. We didn't ask to be here, but now we're here. And now we're interbred. A lot of us have Native American roots. A lot of us have Caucasian roots. A lot of us are interracial. And we look the skin color. We chocolate. I love my melanin. But we chocolate, but we mix with everything. So what I tell everybody, and I'll say it a million times, is I have... Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Reese came with some new facts. Wait, not that one. That's not the new fact. Pop going to bed? Okay, well, you need to come in here anyway. I'm sorry, y'all. My kid came in. But I'm in the middle of the podcast. So come on, hurry up and shut the door. And you can play on that until I finish. I'm almost finished. Reese said now the officer is trying to get charges dropped because he said he died from an old ding. And no, nigga, you had your knee on his neck. He said, I can't breathe. He called for his mother. He's telling you that, but they would say the same thing about Eric Garner. And that is the same thing they say. They never take accountability. I do not like people that take accountability. And Reese shared the link, y'all, so check it out. I do not like people that don't take accountability. As much as, I've done a lot in my teenage years and my early 20s, and I take accountability for all of that. I know what I did. I'm not going to lie about what I did and none of that. I do not like people who cannot take accountability for their shit. I do not. Take accountability. If you did it, you did it. You got it? I'm sorry, my baby in the room. You good? You got everything? Make sure the plug is in your tablet. Go ahead. But you can't take accountability for what you got, for what you do, then you can't expect somebody else to take accountability. But then what they do is this. They say this is why I did it, because he was a drug dealer, or he was selling cigarettes, or he had drugs in his system. That does not make it acceptable for you to take somebody's life just because they had those things going on. Arrest them. It's people that got shot for no reason. Did it take 7 shots for you to shoot? Did it really take 7 shots? The man was getting in his car. His kids were in the car, for goodness sakes. Now let me tell you about black men. They not bringing no harm to, if they real stand up men, they not bringing no harm to their offspring. And they don't want their offspring to see anything like that. If they real men, you feel me? Nah, come on, y'all. You're not going to just tell me all right, well, he was he moved. He was breaking up a fight. He thought y'all had it, and y'all shot that man in his back 7 times. 7 in front of his children. It's not acceptable. And it really was not that he was bringing any threat or any harm. It was really that he's an African-American man in this country. We have been being tormented. We have been being hanged from trees. We have been being set to fire. We have been being persecuted in this country for a very long time. It's nothing new. So let's stop playing like we don't know, because we do know. We are human. We are human beings first. You can't keep doing this to us, yo. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable. And so, with that being said, and I'm going to show this real quick because Reef put it up here, and I feel like y'all should know that the link is there. But there you go. It said in the head, ABC News. Officer charged with George Floyd's death argues he had a drug overdose. Even if he had drugs in his system, even if he had drugs in his system, and you have your knee on that man's neck, he was going to die because he can't breathe because he doesn't have oxygen. Drugs do not, he didn't die from a drug. Come on, y'all. He died because you took his air away from him. Same way Eric Gardner died. Same way a lot of other people died. Because you didn't care. Because to y'all, we don't count, but we do. We make up for that salary that you get. You don't get paid unless we pay our taxes. We make up for all those benefits that you get. You don't get those benefits unless we pay our freaking taxes. So we got to pay our taxes. Come on, y'all. Come on. Y'all got to cut it out. But anyway, we're not going to keep this too long. We probably 15 minutes early because I think I did. It was something else I wanted to talk about, y'all. It was Brandy and Monica. If you have not checked out that freaking, they was giving me life. As much as I love y'all, I did not want to leave. I wanted to stay there. I promise you I did. I was on there jamming. They had me in here dancing for a few songs, and I know it's over. And let me see. Let's check. I can't play the noise, so I'm gonna mute it on my phone. Hold on, because I want to see if they still pop. Brandy and Monica got mad joints a piece, and then I know I missed the boy's mom. That's okay, because I'm gonna catch it on YouTube. But oh no, they still going. I'm about to leave y'all. Listen. Brandy and Monica was like the DNA makeup of my teenage years. I had a lot of first loves to them. Not a lot, but I had I had one first love to them, but I had a lot of crushes that related to those songs. It was a lot of things that I was dealing with in my adolescent years I love those two. I love them when everybody felt like they was beefing. I do love that the energy of Monica being a real hood chick, yo. Because the rumor is that Brandy got popped by Monica in the beginning. Because Monica was like, I don't like this chick. Bop. So I do love that energy. I love that everybody would look at Brandy and look at Monica and see Brandy is the more gangster because of her affiliations and relations. And they don't even know Monica the real gangster, yo. And Monica done made so many, and I love her fashion. She is a fly chick, yo. I love Monica. So I'm about to leave y'all so I can catch the end of verses. But thank you for tuning in. But before I leave y'all, because there's a few things I need to say before I leave y'all. I'm not gonna leave y'all like that. I ain't gonna do it like that. Who would do that? Need some marketing services? Hit us at www.theloyalcity.com. One of our representatives will handle whatever you need. We got like 8 of them now, going on 10. Thank you to Funky Air Productions for the beautiful theme music that y'all hear at the beginning of this podcast. I love it. I dance every time I hear it. This is Ambitiously the podcast. You can catch us on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Audio, and so many others. You want to donate to the show? We appreciate all of we need them. You can $ Lord Lucidity. The link is right there, and it's in the description. Should be in the description. If not, you'll catch it. I'll put it in there later. If by chance you are going through something and you feel like you need to I'm sorry, hold on, wrong one. You need to speak to somebody. I can't say the word because I don't want to get shadow banned on YouTube, but call this hotline. It's the national hotline for that word, the S word prevention lifeline, and it's 1-800-273-8255. Again, that number is 1-800-273-8255. And if you witness any trafficking activity, please call the national trafficking hotline or lifeline hotline, whatever you want to call it. That's 1-888-373-7888. Again, the number is 1-888-737. 373-7888. It's too many numbers, y'all. I can't take it. You want to be on the show? Hit us up at AmbitiouslyThePodcast@gmail.com, and we will get you on here as soon as possible. And if you want a visual and you're gonna listen to us and you would like to know what you want a visual, you can check us out on Facebook Live if you are not already on here, or YouTube Live if you are already not on there, or just catch the replay on YouTube. I think I cover everything. Oh, check out Movie Slayer, the podcast. Like, man, she had me when they angry because she made me watch that damn tax collector. But whatever. I'm still mad about Creeper. But anyway, you know what I mean? Thanks for tuning in. Oh, before we go, I'm still mad about Creeper JoJo. That hurt my whole soul. Creeper. Not Creeper. I want to give a shout out before we go. I got to shout out the locations that show us love. I do this every podcast. I usually do it at the beginning, but I got a little thrown off, and because it's Brandy and Monica. I want to shout out to everybody that listen to us in the United States, France, the Philippines, and Germany. Cities in specific, San Jose, California. Thank you, day ones. Love y'all. Shout out to y'all. Keep tuning in. We're gonna get better. We kind of rough around the edges. Shout out to Columbus, Ohio. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name wherever you are in France, but thank you, France. Love y'all. Shout out to DC, Virginia, Norton Shores, Michigan, McKinney, Texas. I swear that's family. Love you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Pikesville, Maryland, Randallstown, Maryland, Astor, Florida, San Juan, Manila. Hold on, we still missing some. San Juan, Manila, Baltimore, Maryland, Essex, Maryland, Suitland, Maryland, Philly. Shout out to Philly, Ashburn, Virginia, and Bavaria. Because I can't say the name of the city, but those in Bavaria. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate y'all so much, man. That's a real, like, I couldn't even imagine that people would be listening to me, little me, somewhere else in the world. Like, thank you so much, and I appreciate y'all so much. So thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, this is Ambitiously the Podcast, aka the Black Experience. I am your host, Labora Lee, aka Kat. Thank you for tuning in, and I love y'all. Good night.